I originally came out to Baltimore to attend school at Johns Hopkins. What I really wanted was to find a place that I could belong. And so that connected to my husband's journey. His mother at one point had been in a car accident. She was unable to walk, unable to work. She lost their home. All of this coincided with his transition into high school, basically on his way to dropping out. A group of teachers just became part of his extended family. I was driving past Dunbar High School and the thought crossed my mind that there must be other high school students that, like my husband, were extraordinary, beautiful, capable human beings that were facing really extraordinary challenges.
I first got introduced to Thread, like I was in the 9th grade and he came to my school. He was coming around in everybody's class and he called my name. And I was like, why they call my name? And I was interested. So I signed up. Now, Thread and all is a great space, great environment, positive. Always think positive and always make sure I'm on top of my work.
Thread builds relationships across lines of difference throughout Baltimore City. And the way in which we do it is we enroll high school freshmen who are academically in the bottom 25% of their class, but that have enormous potential. They stay with us for 10 years because to build trusting relationships takes time.
I'm now 27. They met me when I was 14, so they're still a big part of my life. Like, they don't just focus on education, which education is important, but also you as a person.
Each young person has up to 4 volunteers. Their lives become intertwined with the young person and their family. They get to know one another. They do life together.
So as a volunteer, our Thread family works with our student just about weekly. Each one of us meets with him to work on homework, spend time with him, get to know him more. Thread obviously has incredible resources, ways to connect students and volunteers.
We do a lot together. Like, we went to her house before, met the dog, know her husband. I'm like family. We can open up to each other. She definitely has a special place in my heart.
It's not just about showing up, but it's how we show up, vulnerable. Here's what's happening in my life, and here's where you can help me. That is where magic happens, is when you move from that place of you matter to I need you. That transition starts to impact the way a young person feels about themselves.
Thread really showed me another side of myself that I didn't know I had. I never knew I could really be a leader. Thread was my voice.
I think what has been foundational is that each stage of the evolution of Thread's model initiated inside of the Hopkins community. So our first volunteers, our collaborators, hosting our young people for summer jobs.
A number of labs in Hopkins provide opportunities during the summertime for students to come and work within their labs.
I had the opportunity to work in a lab, and I did RNA and DNA abstractions, and it was definitely stuck with me. So yeah.
And just be exposed to medical research, the scientific research, often occurring at its highest level, right? There are scientists, there are engineers, there are doctors. Just being around other people like that makes them realize that this is achievable. That in itself could be transformative.
Thread has made a decision that we are all in Baltimore. We believe that we can reach a scale where we would enroll 7.5% of every freshman class across the school district. Yes, that would dramatically impact the high school graduation rate citywide, but I think more importantly to us is that you would have 20,000 Baltimoreans, so our young people, their families, our volunteers, collaborators, all woven in relationships and feel seen and heard and loved and known. That is what I want for all of us. The legacy of Henrietta Lacks is that she has touched all of our lives. The fact that there's been over 75,000 studies that have led to HPV and polio vaccines, treatments for HIV and AIDS, and in vitro fertilization, all of the children that are here today because of her life. And then even just in COVID-19, how critical her cell line has been in saving so many lives. In acknowledging the impact of her legacy and her life, and connecting that in any way to the lives of our young people, it acknowledges their lives and their humanity and their ability to be the teachers and the coaches. This honor in many ways is a way of seeing them. It's a way of seeing our young people, seeing our community, and acknowledging the innate value of the lives of the people that we love so much inside of the Thread community.